Hi everyone, this is Chris from ModestProm and ModestProm Rentals. Today I'm going to talk about how I acquire inventory for the ModestProm rental shop. You know, one of the very first questions that everybody always asks when they come into the ModestProm rental shop is, where do you get your dresses? And I always answer them by saying I get them all over, which is true. But one of the strategies that I use is I visit thrift stores. And I try to pick up inventory there if I see something that I think would be suitable at a good price. So today I'm going to show you what I got on one of my latest trips to a thrift store. And I'm going to explain why I bought it and what I'm planning to do with it. So here is the first dress. And the reason why I bought this dress, why it caught my eye, was because of the detailing, the silver on it. It's a really pretty little dress. It's got great details. If you look here, you can see it's got a little scallopy edge. The color is great, good for Christmas, good for sweethearts. This wine red is a really good color. But one of the main reasons why I got this little dress is because it is already almost completely modest. You see the length? It's very difficult to find a dress that's long enough, and this dress is long enough. And then also this dress is already modest. It has a full bodice with a little bit of a cap sleeve. There is a high front, and there is also a good high back. So this dress is going to be almost no work for me to do to get it ready to go on the shop, and that's always a plus for me. Now, one of the other main attractive things about this dress is that the fit on this is going to be really forgiving. I'm going to easily be able to make it bigger, smaller, tighter, looser, fit it to the exact way it needs to be for any given girl. The first thing is that it has ties. So when the girl puts this dress on, I can tie it tight and make it smaller, or open it out and make it looser. Another great thing about this dress is it doesn't have a defined bust curve here, so it's going to fit a lot of figures really well. I'm going to find this dress really easy if I need to make this a little tighter because there's already gathers in the front. So if I pull it over, it's just going to tuck right into the gathers if I need to tighten up. And then last but not least, I always look for seams that are going to make it easy for me to fit things. This dress has a seam right here. The same thing in the back. So if I need to, and it also has a seam up here on the shoulder seam. So if I need to make this little dress tighter, I can easily tighten it up on this shoulder seam. If I need to fit it to a certain shaped body, I can easily fit it right here. I can make it tighter or looser. And so this is going to be a great dress for a rental shop because it has a lot of flexibility and it has good colors and some fun styling that's going to be great with sparkly jewelry, black sparkle flats, silver sparkle flats, just a really good potential versatile dress. So that's the dress number one that I got on this trip. Now, dress number two is the same styling. It's the exact same style pattern. It's by the same manufacturer. It's called Jody of California. And I got this dress for almost the exact same reasons that I got that first dress, which is it's already modest, has a high front, has a high back, it's long enough, has all the same seams. It's going to be easy to adjust to fit, flexible styling. And then another thing on this particular dress that was very appealing for me is that it's a little bit bigger size dress. And I always have a need for a bigger size dress because I find that girls who come into the shop who are maybe like not a size 0 have a hard time finding suitable dresses. At the mid-range and plus size range is really limited out there. So I'm always on the lookout for dresses that are a little bit bigger. And now the last dress was a little bit more of a gamble than the two short dresses. Now you can see that this is a long dress. And I debated whether to get this dress or not because the styling is kind of dated and I don't know if it's going to rent or not. I decided to take a gamble on it, and the reason why is because of a couple of things. First off, this is a great color. This color blue consistently rents. Looks good on lots and lots of people. beautiful on lots of different complexions and coloring. A big plus of this dress is that it has a corset back. Whenever you have a lace-up back like this, the dress has great flexible styling. You can pull it in tiny, you can let it out larger. It fits to different shapes of bodies, and these lace-up dresses always make just a beautiful, beautiful fit. This is a really good quality dress. It's well made, has a lot of detailing, some good beading on it. When I decide to get a dress like this, that's a little bit of a bargain maybe, lots of times what I'll do is I'll make it into a specialty dress. That means that I'll adjust it in some way for a particular figure or a particular need. Now this particular dress I don't think is going to be really a mainstream dress because the styling is a little bit dated, but what I'm going to do with it is I am going to cut it off maybe 6 or 8 inches off the bottom, and this is going to be a dress for petite girls, because I found that often a girl comes in, she's 5 foot, 5'1", she doesn't want to wear heels. It's really hard for her to find a dress that's going to work for her. So I'm going to make this a petite style dress, and I'm going to put it in the shop and see how it does. And then another thing that I'm going to do with this dress is I'm going to see if I can update it by adding some bling, some large rhinestones, perhaps here on the bodice, and then see if maybe that will appeal to people. So a little bit of a gamble. We'll see how it does, and if it doesn't do well, I'll just remove it and call it a lesson learned. So that is one of the ways that I get inventory for this shop. What I do is I always am watching thrift stores. When I find something that I think is suitable, I will take a gamble on it. And I take gamble on it for particular reasons. First off, if it's modest, and I'm going to have to do a lot of work on it. Second, the broad range of people that I think it may or may not work with for fit and for styling. And third off, if I can maybe make it into a specialty thing. So there you have it. One of the strategies I use to stock the shop and an example of a recent shopping trip, going to thrift stores. Thanks for listening.